Altitude, a game available for free on Steam for Linux. It's completely free to play. I think it used to use a microtransaction model, but no more. Now it's just free. Here, we're just going to take a look at one of the training maps and play against bots, as this gives a pretty good idea of what the game is all about. As you play, you can unlock different planes and different power-ups for those planes. The controls are pretty simple. Fly around using the arrow keys, use F to use your main ability, D to use your secondary, and S to use whatever special you've picked up. Pressing up and down on the arrow keys adjusts your thrust, while pressing left and right turns your plane. If your thrust is at maximum and you press up again, it engages your turbo boost. Turbo boost is especially useful for pulling your plane out of stalls. The game can be played with the mouse, but I've found using the keyboard tends to work better with the game's controls. The overall goal of this map is to grab the ball and shoot it through the appropriate goal. There are a few other game types available, but most of them are just a variation on this theme. And this ball game is the most popular game type in Altitude. Power-ups are scattered around the level, some of which will repair your plane, while others will give you special deployables, such as a small energy barrier. When you're carrying a deployable, you're unable to pick up the ball, which counts as a special item. So there is a little bit of inventory management. Different planes have different power-ups and abilities available to them. This larger plane is my favorite. Even though it doesn't have the guided shots of the smaller plane, it has grenades and a very useful rear tail gun. It also maneuvers pretty well. Even though it's chubby, it can still get the job done. You have to be careful with the controls though, or you might prematurely shoot your ball, and no one likes that. As you play the game, your pilot increases in levels, and surprise, surprise, you get achievements! This larger plane is my least favorite so far. It's slow and doesn't maneuver very well. Its main ability is clumsy, and its secondary, which drops a floating mine, can be useful, but not as useful as the tail gun of the other plane. The game does have an online component, but not that many people are playing it. There are a lot of empty servers on this list. But even if you don't play it online, there are a variety of difficulty levels to choose from when playing against bots, so you can still have a challenge, and the matches are quick. You're not going to want to have its babies or anything, but it can be a fun little game to pick up and play for a few minutes here and there. This is Altitude on Steam for Linux, and you've been watching Linux Game World. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. It's always appreciated, and join us again next time for more Linux gaming. Boo boo badoo choo kajaga laguga.